Hey friends, what's up? Let's come outside for a little tarot reading, okay? I'm gonna start with the Crow Tarot and then, you know what? I'm gonna start with Tattoo Tarot. So hold on, let me get this ready. Okay, you're not gonna see this super well, but I'm just shuffling on my lap anyway. So we're gonna see what's going on in the world today, okay? And that's what I like to look at this deck as. It's like because it's tattoos, they happen on the body, right? So it's like body space, okay? Body space and mind. Um, not really. Not really. The mind is within the body, but it's a trickster. Okay. All right. Let's just leave it at that. It's at the bottom. Knight of Cups. It's our emotions. Is this happening in your environment today? Do you have a little a lover coming in on the horizon or already here? He's looking at this little birdie and he's seeing something that he likes, right? It's like there's something about the freedom in that. He's like seeing freedom and it's filling his cup. And he's going to find his little free bird. All right. And below it was Eight of Cups. So that happened. It's like the forward movement happened because of walking away from old unfulfilled cup space. Okay. We got the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Coins. We have the Queen of Coins. We have the Star. And we have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. All right. So let's tell this story in reverse. All right. So the Ace of Cups is like there's this new emotional fulfillment from God. And again, you see these birds here. It's like the freedom of coming together in partnership with two free souls. Okay. And it's like that body will never be free. You are never free from the body, but you have a free soul inside of you. Okay. And the Seven of Swords is about like, it's about like trickster energy and like a thief in your surroundings, and it's like but using this one sword to cut away all the other stuff, right? To like move forward. The Six of Swords card actually means forward movement despite like a lot of difficult stuff that's gone on in your world, and but it's usually going on in your mind. And so this Seven of Swords is almost like cutting yourself free from any trouble, any troubling thoughts, any people who bring trouble into your life with their words or things like that. We have the Star, and that's about getting your wish, right? When you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind, I think is what the words are for that. And there's this essence of like pouring water into water. Normally it's like pouring water on land and in water. So it's like the I guess it's this sort of knowledge of like water flows. Water is something that we all share together on this earth, wherever we are, and our bodies are made of water. So this like idea of when you wish upon a star, and you look at the representation in the card, it gives me the sense of like we are all kind of wishing for the same things, and the thing that unites us all and the earth is water. Okay, so it's like this very beautiful, like just as water always flows and collects together and it like cycles through over and over and over again. It's like that wish is there for all of us to share in. Okay, but we all have to like understand what our part is in it. We've got the Queen of Coins, and that is a woman who is like, she is pulling in some financial abundance just because it's drawn to her. The opportunities are drawn to her for money, or this is just like a wise, savvy businesswoman. Okay, so it might be actually somebody in your environment, or it might be who you are becoming, or it could be like one in the same. It's like we don't believe things for ourselves until we see it in someone else. All right. And then sometimes that other person empowers it, whether it's through direct interaction from that person and encouragement. It's like that appears to be kind of what's happening right now. And that's the Three of Coins. And that's working together with people towards a common mission to bring in this, like, a world that you're building together. It could be a business, it could be all kinds of things, but it's about like working in the physical realm with people who are in the same mindset as you and who want the same outcomes. And you're coming together with that, right? To achieve the same wish. But that only happens by cutting all the bullshit out so that nobody is in the way of this cup of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And then the Knight of Swords, it's like, I always get the sense because of the look on his face. It's like there's this sort of somewhat immature masculine energy that is trying to prevent all this from happening, prevent all this from happening, like especially the coming together of somebody, like of people of the same mindset, right? It's like, nah, I don't want that for you because I couldn't have it with you, right? So I'm going to try to prevent it, but it's like, nah, you can't, because a queen is more powerful than a knight, and she's raining that coin down no matter what happens, right? Because there's like this cutting of this, right? It's like you take the sword from him, and then just cut him out of the way. All right, now let's see what else we got. Okay, this is the Botticelli Tarot. And again, it's like, you know, there's very, very traditional tarot decks, like they call it the Rider Waite. And I have to look more into the history of tarot because it's very obscure, and there's no like clear history as to where it all came from. So I don't know. All right, let's give it one more shuffle, shuffle. But I'm seeing on the cut, the world, and that is like everybody knows this. It's like the birth of Venus, right? Um, and so it's like the birth of this new world. And what else is it? It's got the Five of Swords, and the swords are like it can be self-sabotage, though these depictions are, oh, somebody is carrying a head in a basket. It looks like they cut the head off of a problem, is what that seems like. And that was the end. And that like links into the previous deck that we were talking about. Um, but yeah, it seems like cut the head right off that demon. Let's just see what's up here. The wind wants to blow these things away. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom. Knave of Chalices. So that is the Page of Cups, and that is like a childlike um it's a childlike energy of emotional fulfillment. So we have Temperance, and that's about taking time for alchemy. We have the Queen of Swords, and that bitch will cut you. She's the one who cut the head off of the person in that other deck. Um, because she's fucking smart. She's good with her words. And we've got the Ten of Cups, and that is like this just emotional fulfillment that extends into, if we want to really think about what that means, it's like that you're so fulfilled that nothing really bothers you. Those like these ideas and thoughts and old things and words and stuff like that. It's like because you're so fulfilled, you have the patience to give love to everybody in your environment. And that happens when you clear your fucking mind. Okay. We have the Five of Swords again. Didn't I shuffle it back in? Either way, you can see up at the top that there's a head in a basket, and she's like, "Hey, do you want the head that you just cut off? That's like of your enemy? I gathered it up back in the woods over there." But yeah, she's like the Queen of Swords walking away. Look at that look on her face. She's like, "I don't care." She's like, "I know what I did." And then there's the Lovers. And the Lovers, everybody just everybody just takes it to mean divine union. Okay. So we'll just go with that. We don't need to make it more complicated than that. And then we have the Chariot, and that's all about forward movement. And it's like we keep seeing that sword, even though the Chariot isn't significant for like um thoughts or words or, like cutting through the bullshit. It does mean that there is significant movement forward. Okay, that was a perfect example. It was one of my children that just came out, and I've been talking about this thing that we're going to like for at least 2 straight days, talking about the timeline of when we're doing it. And originally the event was my daughter's idea because her friend wanted to go, but now the friend doesn't want to go. And this is the thing, is that like we have these ideas before something happens, and then because they happen so far out in the future, then the day that things arrive, everybody's like, no, I don't really want to. It's like it could be the best day of our lives, and we don't know because everybody's like, no, I'd be more comfortable at home. But this is me up at the top, and I'm saying, I don't care. All these moving pieces, I have to get them together, and we're going forward because it's a women's march to support women's rights. Okay. And it's like, what have you done to fight for your rights? I guarantee it's probably not that much. Other people did the work for you. Okay. And then if you want to be ungrateful for it, so be it. But this lady wanted to pop out and say hi. She reminds me of Mary, right? The Virgin Mary, because she's got that wheat. It looks like wheat in her hands, and that makes me think of like a Virgo. Um, so anyway, I feel like the Virgin Mary, she's always got sort of a hold in my life. And I think, like in a good way, because my grandmother's name was Mary, and I just see so much. I don't know. I the name comes up so often, I can't help but assume that I have some sort of connection. Um, where she kind of like watches over me and helps me to have patience with the kids and stuff like that. All it takes is a belief to make things easier in life. That's all that all this stuff is, okay? It's all about just forming a belief that works for you. So if you do not like tarot, then don't like tarot. It's cool. But for me, I don't want advice from any earth human because they're not living a life that I like. And all the ones who are, I already know what the advice is. It's always the same. It's follow your heart, do the things that you're guided to do. Okay. And so that's what we talk about over and over and over again. So let me just shuffle it up one more time. Okay. I'm going to make this one short and sweet and to the point. Let's see. Just not so many. Okay. And then one more shuffle and we'll take a look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Uh, Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So temperance again. We're seeing temperance again. And that's about like having the patience to learn the essence of what you're working with. Okay. You can't make something do like you can't bring about outcomes that you want just because you want them. You have to learn the language of all the things around you and how to transform them. Okay. So you just can't use brute force in everything that you do and think that it's going to work out just fine. We have the King of Swords, right? We had the Queen of Swords in the last one. The King of Swords, he just looks so stable and calm. And I like that they have this sword standing up on its own. And this is the sign for Saturn. And Saturn is my ruling planet because I'm a Capricorn, and Saturn is all about the rules, right? There's right and there's wrong, and there's the like what's right by society standards. There's what's right by the laws of the universe of like karma and stuff like that. Okay. And so it's like he's stable. His foundation is like very stable because he knows what the rules are and he follows that. It's the sword of truth. Okay. That's how he became a king, is by um it's like he battled his way to get there because it was based on his own truth. Not everybody can become a king, but everybody starts like all men start out as boys and would work their way up to that. Probably everybody wants to be king, but you have to have like such intense stability with yourself within, okay? And then the world, this is about completing a cycle. This is about like creating your own little world where you are the king because you only listened to your own truth. The high priestess, again, this is like a nod towards intuition that you already know the proper intuition to follow. It's within you. We have the Knight of Swords again, and you might want to race forward into these things because you know what the truth is. But the Knight of Swords is moving so fast that sometimes he like misses the target or can't, he'll like hit the target but not come back around to like clean up the mess afterwards. Okay. So there might be this like sense of um this ego urge. But we have to remember temperance is like overall message. It's that you can't just think that you know what the plans are and that you're going to solve everything with just some words and some thoughts. It's just not how things work. But you do receive messages from spirit, and that's what the Eight of Wands is. It's like if you want to create this new world and you want to know how to create alchemy, like turn lead into gold, you have to listen to spirit and it's going to show you the way. All right, we'll leave it off at that. I love you. Bye.